Hola y bienvenidos a esta presentación. This presentation will talk about direct objects, direct object pronouns, how to identify a direct object, what pronoun we use to replace it, and where to properly put them. The first step is to identify what direct objects are in a sentence, and there's 3 steps to do that. The first step is to find your verb. Yo leo las composiciones en casa. I read the compositions at home. Leo, I read, is your verb. The second step is to ask who or what of the verb. What do I read? Or who do I read? Que leo or quien leo is asked. And number 3, the answer to this question is your direct object. Las composiciones are what I read, so that is your direct object. Direct objects directly receive the action of the verb. So what if I don't want to say I read the compositions at home, but I want to say I read them at home? The next step is to apply the correct pronoun to the direct object. Sticking with a food theme here, el aguacate. Since el aguacate and avocado is masculine and singular, the pronoun that we replace it with is lo. That's how you say it for a masculine singular noun. La fresa, the strawberry, is feminine, so we replace it with la. To say them for a masculine group of things or a mixed group of things, we say los. And las sandías, the watermelons, we say las to replace a feminine plural direct object. Note the little asterisk with lo. A lot of students make a mistake and use el for this because they're used to the definite articles el, la, los, las, but the pronoun for a masculine singular noun is lo, not el. Me, te, and nos are also used as direct object pronouns. So the way it works and the position of these is we want to say I buy it always. The it refers to la ensalada, a feminine singular noun. Since I buy it always, I'm going to replace it with la. And the position of it is la compro siempre. You put direct object pronouns before conjugated verbs. Again, that's really important. You put them before conjugated verbs. I do not buy it always. We're still talking about la ensalada. No la compro siempre. Same as number 1, we put it before the conjugated verb. So if it's a negative sentence, you put it between the no and the verb. This gets a little trickier. I want to buy it. In the sentence I want to buy it, we have 2 verbs, I want and to buy. I want is conjugated. To buy is the infinitive. Here you have a choice. We can put our pronoun before the conjugated verb, which is quiero, la quiero comprar. Or, if you'd like, you can put it attached to an infinitive. Quiero comprarla. Now notice, this is attached. There is no space here. In sentences 1 and 2, we had no choice because there was no infinitive. We had to put it before the conjugated verb. But in number 3, we have a choice. This is a little advanced for the beginner learning direct object pronouns, but with an affirmative command, we attach it and we have to put an accent mark on the 3rd syllable from the end, on the vowel, the strong vowel on the 3rd syllable from the end. So this is pronounced cómprala. With a negative command, don't buy it. We put it between the no and the negative command. No la compres. Practiquemos. Please pause the video if you'd like and rewrite the sentences replacing the direct object pronoun. Replacing the direct object with the direct object pronoun. Let's do the first one together. Estudiamos la historia esta noche. Says we study history tonight. So our direct object, after we follow our steps, is history. We study who or what. So instead of saying we study the history tonight, we want to say we study it tonight. If we rewrite the sentence taking out the history and replacing it with it, it looks like La estudiamos esta noche. We put it before the conjugated verb. ¿Por qué no compras las banderas? Why don't you buy the flags? Buy who or what? Since the flags is the direct object, we replace it with las. ¿Por qué no las compras? Before our conjugated verb compras. I have the pencil sharpener in the office. El sacapuntas is masculine and singular. Even though it ends in as, it's el sacapuntas. So to say I have it in the office, yo lo tengo en la oficina. And finally, I need to close my locker. My locker is a masculine singular noun, so we're going to replace it with lo. And in this sentence, you have a choice. We can say lo necesito cerrar, or we can say necesito cerrarlo, attaching it to the infinitive. Gracias por ver esta presentación y te deseo mucho éxito.